Excited for Siri to be back?
Yeah, it's been a tough year for him. We're talking about that series in Sacramento. Seems like it was last year. Setback there when we thought he was in a good spot, and then had to start from the beginning. But have that type of defense, the base running, the power, especially where we at. It's good to have him back.
How much more do you think you can utilize his speed? Does that give you an extra weapon in some late game situations, maybe?
Yeah. I mean, again, this is a guy that he'll get some starts against lefties, but we know we're getting an elite defender and a plus base runner. So even on days when he's not in the lineup, to have a guy like that can go out there and steal a base or score from first when you need to, is important, especially now where we are on the schedule.
How do you intend to kind of deal with the outfield rotation, especially with Cedric struggling the way that he is?
Yeah, so I think we're going to play the matchups. I know Cedric has some good numbers against lefties, but obviously he's going through a rough stretch here, and we're getting with Siri back. There's a good chance that he'll face some of the lefties, and then Cedric will face some righties when we need to, especially on guys that are tough right on right, or bullpen will be aggressive with pinch hit situations, and we'll go from there.
How's doing?
Doing fine. Hopefully he start playing rehab games next week. So that's what we got.
Should we do anything more on McNeil?
No, his doctors are still looking at getting multiple looks and waiting to see what we got.
With your offense, is it a little surprising you haven't had a late comeback down the eighth inning? You haven't come back.
Yeah, I mean it is surprising because the quality of the hitters that we got. But I keep saying, and we're missing that big hit. I like the fact that we continue to create traffic as of late. We saw it yesterday, the last day in Cincinnati. An opportunity, you're one hit away from taking the lead, and we haven't been able to do that the whole year pretty much. But again, continue to trust those guys, and they'll come.
Do you see center field right now as a kind of timeshare between Mullins and Siri, or will McNeil still get spots?
Yeah, Jeff is in the conversation too. Especially if I want to get an extra lefty in the lineup, and I feel if Jeff can go out there and allows me to put, like I said, another left-handed hitter against a tough righty, we will do it. So playing the matchup, playing the hot hand, if you want to call it, and we'll go from there.
I know it might not be easy to answer, but you guys were so good in late game situations last year, and you had largely a lot of the same personnel. What do you think the biggest difference is?
It's hard to describe baseball. Last year we got a lot of the big hits. We got one in the playoff that everybody remembers, right? And hopefully that's the case here, that in the next 18 games and hopefully deep into October that we start getting those, because we got a lot of good hitters there.
I know every start's important, but just, with time kind of running out on the season, what would you like to see from Manaya tonight, just, that he hasn't been able to execute?
Yeah, he's been a stretch where it seems like he gets in trouble in those middle innings, So it's not a secret. What makes him effective is his ability to elevate the fastball. And when he's doing that, he could be pretty nasty. So, go out there, compete, give us a chance to win a baseball game today.
Would you sign up for the wild card spot at this point?
We still have I know we're 8 games. Like the division still. I know we put ourselves in this situation, but we got to continue to play well. We got to get victories.
You guys kind of went under the radar last night, but how big was that appearance for Helsley, or was it big at all? Was it just normal for him to have a scoreless outing and kind of take a breath there?
Yeah, I think it's a really good step in the right direction. He needed that for his confidence. Especially in the situation that we put him in. We kept talking about putting him on a low leverage, and here we are on a down 1 game in the 8th. And for him to get the 3 outs, get the team a chance to get back in the game, and just for him to getting the 3 outs, it's something that he struggled as of late here. So it's good I know he's working really hard, and I like what we saw out of him yesterday.
It looked like when he's trying to fix, not tip his pitches, when he's trying to not show any sort of tell there, does that change his mechanics at all?
Yeah, we feel like he's pretty clean now. So now it comes down to executing pitches, and he did that yesterday. I thought the way he used the breaking ball, the slider, the curveball, and I think he only threw one fastball, elevated fastball to get Kepler. It comes down to execution, but he's been working on his mechanics as well, not just on the tipping part. So again, it was good to see him getting the 3 outs yesterday.